friends, welcome back to my channel. I hope you're all doing well. Super excited for today's fall edition of a What I Eat in a Day. There's some recipes that I've been really excited to share with you, so I hope you're excited. If you are new here, I am mostly eating gluten-free and dairy-free. It's actually my birthday week, and Halloween in general is just one of those tougher times of the year because I really want like comfort food and cheese and all those things. So I'm just trying to do my best when it comes to what my naturopath recommended for me. This is by no means encouraging you guys to eat the way I do. I just wanted to simply share what I'm eating in a full day in case you're curious, and again, a fall version if you will. If you are new here, I would really appreciate it if you subscribe, stay a while, turn on post notifications if you haven't done so already, and let's go ahead and jump into the first meal of the day. I had my breakfast. Usually I have it pretty late. I have it around noon or so because they sleep in, and so I have really been enjoying avocado toast with a fried egg on top. It's so good. This is like my favorite meal, and we have avocados here from Costco, and so they're absolutely massive. They're so good, but I only end up needing like half an avocado. Like, they're ginormous. And so yeah, this is what I've been having pretty much every single morning. As you guys saw, I have my coffee in the morning. I kind of have that separate. I wait a little bit and then I make my breakfast. I really do wait until I'm actually hungry because I just, intuitive eating, That's what I like to do. So yeah, I made some good old fried eggs, got some gluten-free toast, popped that into the toaster, mashed up the avocado on top. And of course, this would not be complete without everything but the bagel seasoning. Oh my gosh, I'm so thankful that we're able to get this in Canada now. If you didn't know, you can buy it. I believe the brand is Clubhouse, so you should be able to get it at grocery stores. But more importantly, you can get it in a larger size at Costco. I shared that on my Instagram. I like to share these fun little things. So if you want to follow me on Instagram, definitely do so. I'd really appreciate it if you did. I try my best to give you guys little tips and things like that over there. So yeah, if you were not aware, we have everything but the bagel seasoning now in Canada. We are able to continue on with our lives now that is available. So yeah, that's pretty much all I've made for breakfast. Sometimes I'll add a side of fruit if I have something fresh, but this morning I wasn't like too hungry. So I wanted to just keep it simple and have the avocado toast with the egg on top. And that is breakfast. So it's a little while later. I'm definitely not starving by any means, but I'm starting to get a little peckish. So I wanted to have a lunch, and lately I go through phases with soup. I feel like it's such a good fall thing, but sometimes I'm like super not into it, or sometimes I'm super into it. I'm super into it right now. And so I've been having this Pacific Foods roasted red pepper and tomato soup. It's vegetarian, gluten-free, and it's really nice because I can just like pour a little bit or however much I want in a spot, heat it up, and there you go, that's lunch. And it's so warm and comforting. And then for crackers, I can't eat soup without like a grilled cheese or like crackers or something. Plain soup just isn't the vibe, And so these gluten-free crackers are really good. These ones are vegetable flavored. I think the plain ones would be better. They're by the brand Gluteno, and they have a lot of great things, this brand. But yeah, I'm gonna finish up the vegetable crackers, and it comes in like 2 packs. So you get 2 of these little like containers, which is nice, so it keeps them fresh. But those are my little gluten-free lunch items for today. So it's well into the evening now, and I'm starting to prep and start to think about dinner. And Cody's on a really weird work schedule at the moment, so he doesn't get off work until like 8 o'clock at night, and so we're having dinner super late, which is fine because I just kind of push back all of my other meals. It's not a big deal. And so tonight we're gonna do chicken thighs. He's gonna cook those when he gets home, and then I'm currently roasting some butternut squash to make a nice fall salad. I've made this before and it was so good last time that I wanted to share it with you guys because it's really easy and it tastes exactly like fall. It's so good. So I have that cooking. Normally I would buy fresh butternut squash, but I only had frozen, so that's what we're using. So it's just in the oven now cooking for about 15 minutes. I'm gonna take it out, season it, put it back in, make sure it's fully cooked, because I find that either like sweet potatoes or butternut squash takes so long to cook that it's better if I do it ahead of time and then just pop it in to warm it back up when the time comes. Yeah, so that's pretty much it. This is usually the time that I'll have a little bit of a snack, and in the pantry I found some Skinny Pop. So I'm gonna have this little bag, and it is gluten-free, so, and vegan. So I'm gonna have this. I've actually been craving popcorn recently. Again, I think it's like a fall thing. I don't know. Is popcorn a fall thing? Let me know in the comments down below. I was trying to think about that the other day, like what season would you put popcorn in? Obviously it's good year round, but I really feel like it's a fall thing. I don't know. Anyway, I'm also gonna make like a cup of tea. Nothing too crazy, just something to snack on and drink while I'm waiting for Cody to get home to make dinner. Make the rest of dinner. Tonight we're collaborating. So the butternut squash is out. I removed it from the tin foil. I forgot to spray it, so it's a good thing I took them out because I resprayed it with coconut oil so it doesn't stick. And I've tossed the butternut squash here with a little bit of avocado oil. And then I have cinnamon here, and I'm gonna just do a light dusting of this over the butternut squash. Random seasoning, I know. You could also use garlic and salt and pepper if that's what you prefer. This is a little on the mushier side at the moment, so hopefully I can get it to crisp up slightly. It's okay if it's a little bit on the softer side. And I'm gonna spread them out so hopefully they can crisp up. We'll see if that happens. Smells so good though.
So first we're going to preheat the oven to 375 degrees or so. And next we're going to turn the stovetop onto a high heat, and we're going to be searing the chicken. So we're going to add some spices to each side of the chicken, and then we're going to sear in the flavor. And then once the oven's done preheating, we'll put the chicken in. Let's say 35 minutes for these chicken thighs.
Okay, and we're using avocado oil on the pan to sear it. And then what seasoning are you going to use tonight?
I'm going to use the Montreal chicken.
Perfect.
Now what? There's nowhere to put it.
Once the chicken was in the oven cooking for about 35 minutes at 375, I went ahead and moved on to making the rest of the salad. So I was chopping up 1 apple. You can use a pear in replacement if you don't like apples, but I personally love apples and think they're very fall. So I chopped 1 up, and then in a big bowl, I'm mixing the dressing at the bottom. So I used some balsamic vinegar. That was 1 tablespoon. And then I used 1 teaspoon of this Dijon mustard that's specifically for salad dressings. And I just whisked that together until it's smooth. You can of course add in some oil of your choice at this point. I definitely forgot to do that during this recipe, but it worked without, so you can take it or leave it really. And then I added half a teaspoon of maple syrup and then just a little bit of salt and pepper into the mix. And again, whisk that until it was all smooth. And I like this method because it makes putting salads together a lot easier. You don't have any excess dressing and it's all super fresh, which I like. And so to the bowl with all the dressing at the bottom, I just added our greens. I think it was like a kale and spinach mix of some sort. Of course, use whatever greens you prefer. And then I went ahead and put in the apples, kind of mix that all together. This would honestly be a great salad to have for lunches. You can even add chicken right to the mix if you're making like chicken breasts and stuff, and it can be super filling and the flavor's just so nice, especially with the cinnamon covered butternut squash. You can also do sweet potato or yams in this as well if you have those cubed as well. You can kind of obviously add whatever you want. And then the last thing I added is some pumpkin seeds. This is something I always add to my salads just to, you know, make them a little bit crunchier, and I'm sure there's some nutritional value to those. I just can't think of it right now. And then I'm mixing all of that together, and then we did have this kind of as a before our chicken thighs because I was starving and the chicken was taking too long to eat. So we had the salads as like our appetizer, and then we just ate the chicken thighs once they were ready and came out of the oven all crisp and amazing. And that is pretty much all we had for dinner. It was delicious, very fall inspired. And again, if you try out the salad, let me know what you think, because I've really been enjoying it. It's a lot of different flavors and I think it's perfect for fall. If you know, you know. This is usually what I'll end my night with. You guys have heard me talk about both these things. The Heavenly Hunks oatmeal dark chocolate gluten-free chocolate chip cookies. You get this bag from Costco. They're so good. I don't know if I've probably shown them, but if you're new here, I'll show you what they look like. They're little squares and they're so good. Or I'll have some Smart Sweets, and these are the limited edition ones for Halloween. They're gummy worms and they're really good. So I'm gonna snack on these, and that is a completed what I eat in a day. just me again popping in for the outro. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and if you did, give it a thumbs up because it really helps and supports my channel. It also lets me know if you want to see more videos like this from me, and subscribe before you go if you haven't done that already. I love you guys so much, and I will see you in my next video. Have a great day. Bye!